Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Alien Resurrection Newborn Xenomorph, which is by far one of my least favorite character designs ever, and I know they made it ugly intentionally, but good God is it unpleasant to look at. He does a really good job of capturing the details in these small figures, and this is no different. It's a very cool release, so let's stop spinning it around and just get it off the stand and take a closer look. This thing stands roughly 5.5 inches, and that's going to make it just about 14 centimeters, give or take. And we're going to do a question of the day a little bit different this time. Well, it'll be two parts. First part is, do you find this thing as hideous as I do? And if not, what's wrong with you? Second question is, can somebody explain to me this thing? I don't remember the movie that much. I watched it a few years ago, and then I watched it a long time ago, and I just don't understand why this thing exists. How in the lore does this thing make sense? Because as far as I know, there's no place for this in the life cycle of the Xenomorph. I don't understand what this is, why it exists, and whatever is going on in here is just... I'm going to zoom in for you, because it's an action figure review and it's part of the figure, but I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Nope. Don't like that. Alright, let's look at the rest of it. Let's look at the aesthetic. They really did a good job capturing the likeness. I mean, it's not a human face, obviously, but there's lots of detail in here, and they did a good job with the little veins and things, and the red dots, and the shading from the tannish yellow to the browns to the reds to the white teeth. They did a really, really good job. I do think it could be a little bit more consistent throughout, just with, like, from here to here, it's a different color, that kind of thing. But it does look really nice. A lot of paint on here, a lot of sculpt work, and just, there you go. Oh gosh, I hate this. So yeah, it looks really nice. They did a good job with it for what it is, which is repulsive. I feel dead inside now. But it looks really nice for what it is. So I'm going to give it an aesthetic rating of 9 out of 10. It could be better, but they did a really good job. Now, as for accessories, you get the two open hands that come out in the package. Then you get two sorta grippy hands, kinda? Like, not really, but sorta. I don't know why you need those, but you do. You have them. And then you get the display stand with the little clips. So not a whole lot, so 5 out of 10. Nothing special. Nothing going on there. Okay, for articulation, the head doesn't move at all. The little jaw does open and close. Doesn't have a ton of range. In fact, that's mostly just flex. So the range is that much right there. Nom 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 nom. And that's fine, I guess. It doesn't like do much, does it? Like it screams and then gets sucked out of a window. I think it talks. Doesn't it say something? I think it says like mama or something like that. Something stupid. I don't remember. Okay, so the shoulder does work nicely. Goes all the way up to the side. Full rotation, no problem there. Single jointed elbow, not quite 90 degrees. That's where you get your bicep swivel. Also, wrists are just little ball pegs. So just mostly a swivel with a little bit of range, a little bit of wiggle. Torso joint just underneath the boobs. Those are boobs. I feel uncomfortable looking at this. It is not bad. It's okay. Leans forward and back. Side to side is pretty good. Rotation is fine. Hips are on the hinges. Please don't do the hinges anymore. They don't really help. Please don't. They just make the figures less stable. Please phase away from that. Transition away from those hinges. They're not helpful. They're in there, but they don't really serve much purpose. Because you don't need the leg to go down like that. It creates a giant gap. Yeah. I don't know. I guess you could use them for something. I'm not sure what. Especially with these giant hip plates that the Xenos have. Just chalk it up as bad hip range. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. But you do get a ball peg and the hinge, so you can kind of maneuver it around some. But, I mean, not a whole lot. If it was me making these, and of course nobody's asking, but I'll say anyway because it's my channel, I would just chalk it up to, yeah, we're not going to get good hip range. I'd pop a big old ball peg coming off of the body into the hip, and that would be that. Or maybe even the other way around. I guess it probably wouldn't matter if it's a single, but either way, just, that's probably enough. Double jointed knee, really good range, no problem there. Slight ratchet in there, just a touch, that's fine. Ankle goes straight, so you can straighten that leg out if you want to, or you can bend it about that far. You do get rotation out of that. And then this last ankle, mine are stuck, but there is another hinge. Yeah, there's a hinge in there and then a little bit of rotation. not going to be super effective at doing much other than, I mean, the hinge will be good, but the rotation's kind of straight up and down. So yeah, the articulation's not really the strong suit on this thing, but all it needs to really do is stand there or sit there. So it's fine. It's not a big deal. I'll give it a 5 for articulation. Doesn't pose all that well, but it's probably okay for the character. So, final thoughts on this thing. Yes, it's hideous. They did a good job recreating it. It's not perfect, but if you're into this line, which if you're into Xenos and don't mind the small figures, you should be, because he is nailing it. They are doing a really good job with the Alien and the Predator stuff, and I would recommend you get this. I'm going to give this one an overall, don't like saying it because I hate the design so much, but I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. Limited accessories, limited articulation, but it does look good. So, gosh, I'm tired of looking at this. I hate it so much. It's a good one, though. So if you do not hate looking at it, you should get it. So, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, a thumbs down is okay. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, every day but Wednesday. And I have thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.